Hi, it's great to have your company today. This is Esther from Stampin Style Creations with the Christmas Stampathon 2023 team. I've got here a sample of the countryside in gorgeous DSP paper, which is all these lovely blues colours. And it's got Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, and a Night of Navy. So I kind of just wing it a little bit, and I decided to cut down 3 pieces of paper to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Now the theme for this month is texture, so I definitely wanted lots of texture going on in my card, and to create that I wanted to use the tearing technique as to add texture to my card. So I'm just checking in on this piece of white card to see how much I need to tear off this other bit of paper. So just having a play with it, see what works. And I actually attempted this theme 3 times with another idea and it just wasn't working. So I came back to this lovely DSP. I found this cute little bunny, and I'm just cutting the bunnies nearest the edge of the paper so it gives you scope to use the rest of the paper. And then stamping this sentiment, I think it's Farm. Framed and Festive is the name of that stamp set, and I'm using just 2 colours. I've got Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue with the ink pads. So I'm coming in again with the Boho Blue, and I decided that I'd cut out the bigger words and add more texture, keyword, to my sentiment and to make the writing pop a bit. I cut out the sentiment using the deckled, my new to me dies. Here I'm doing the rock and roll technique, which was kind of really big way back when, and I'm bringing it back into fashion. I'm really sorry, I am off screen at this point. So you stamp your lighter colour and you literally roll the outside of your stamp in the darker colour to create this lovely 2-toned effect. And I fussy cut out that flower. So that stamp set is from a different one, and that's called Lasting Joy. That's got the lovely floral stamp set and the leaf, and any of the things florally I use in here is from that stamp set. So these are a few new bits to me, so I decided I was desperate to use them. I figured that the larger wording just wasn't really working, and I grabbed these back out of my recycling bin, and I've chopped up the smaller words from the sentiment to replace the wording onto the darker background for a better contrast. And then coming in with the Misty Moonlight again and just stamping the flowers in the background. Now to make the sentiment now stand up a bit more, I've got to come in with a blending brush. I can't help it. It's just, you won't see me without a blending brush. And then this gorgeous embossing folder. I've got to look up the name. Yeah, I'm right. It's Quatrefoil Tile. A gorgeous detailed stamp set. So I inked it up in order to create the pattern to pop, but when I got all the bits and pieces together and my paper on top, I was like, not sure about this. So I decided to bring in some Night of Navy cardstock to add some more contrast to those papers, and I decided to use the other side of that paper rather than it going to waste, and I just much preferred it on white but still with that lovely texture on it. So I'm just laying out where my pieces should go, and then adding this lovely ribbon also. It's sort of denim-y, but it's not. It's like a Night of Navy colour. It's gorgeous, really pretty ribbon. You might have noticed, maybe if you're beady-eyed enough, that I did cut away or tore away a bit more of that paper. So just going to stick my sentiment on, and then just add the flower, and with a bit of glue dot, putting the ribbon on behind. And the cute little rabbits got tucked in on the sides. Added some dimensionals to the sentiment to raise that up at the front, and then we're mounting this on the gorgeous Boho Blue. And then to complete the look, we're just adding in some embellishments. So although these are retired, I just hold on to ribbon and embellishments because you can obviously still use them for your projects. The flower adhesive backed trinkets, and some little silver ones from the red and green adhesive back pearls, which aren't just red and green, you've got other colours in there as well, silvers, pale blue and red and green. So here's my second card. I made 4 in total. So this is me just showing you the layers of this other card. And once you start with scraps of paper and just get tearing and having a play, it's a really fun way to create some cards. So I'm coming in with that lovely leaf stamp again, and so it makes all the cards really cohesive and have a similar look but all different. So here you may have noticed I've cut some trees out of the paper, and I'll be using a different animal to feature in this card compared to the other ones that I've done. So each card is slightly different with a different animal, but still using that same stamp set and slightly different layouts. So it's a really nice way just to get creating with what you have. I think I'm searching for the birds here. Okay, so you might have seen that I had a smudge down the back of my card, and I was like, rather than waste that piece of embossing, I've just laid the ribbon across it. And to make the sentiment stand out this time, I'm just pressing it into my ink pad to help it stick. So I have these 2 birds, and I had a third bird which just kept disappearing on me. So I was like, it's obviously not meant to be on this card. So I carried on without it, and you'll discover that I found it a bit later. So that was card number 2. And here are the final pieces. The first card we made together with the rabbits, and then the second card that I made with the birds and the trees and the ribbon, and then I recycled those bigger words as well on this card, so they didn't go to waste either. I did a slightly different contrast. And the same again on here, we've got a little fox hiding here and one up here, and just added some more florals onto the sentiment part. And that elusive bird turned up, stuck him on here, and did a nice little ribbon detail on that and the leftover strips. So here are my 4 cards in all their glory. I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and although I seem to keep creating things with blue at the moment, that boho blue is a gorgeous colour along with the other colours that are available at the moment. So thank you for checking it out. Do go and check out what everyone else has made over on Facebook, and thank you for watching.